Hello and welcome along to Phillip Island, one of the most iconic circuits in the world, and it's set up perfectly for a brilliant race 5 of the 2021 Global Series. 4 gamers separated by only 9 points, with our 3 previous world champions along the front row of the grid. Andrew ZH will start from pole ahead of Trastevere and last year's world champion Repsol Honda's Adrian.
Williams Christian lines up in 4th. He's 5th in the championship, so if he wants to make up some ground, he's got to get in front of those 3 in front of him on the front row of the grid. Ricardo Bottaro, another good qualifier from the Pramac Ducati man. And Joel Clay, another good one from him as well. 6th place on the Aprilia.
Front in the 3rd row of the grid, a bit of a surprise. The man only 4 points away from the top of the table in 3rd, Piero Ricciuti, ahead of Jack Hammer, the rookie aboard the KTM, and ahead of his home round, Mr. TFTW.
And rounding out the runners and riders then, it is Fuchs the Brazilian on the Petronas Yamaha, and Dark Bright in 11th place. We had connection issues in qualifying, but we're ready to go racing in Australia.
Here we go then. This is going to be a barnstormer, I can just feel it. The front 3 were split by only a 10th in qualifying, but it's a poor start from the poleman, Andrew ZH. He's not got the jump. It's surely going to be Trastevere to get the whole shot, but here comes the Ducati man. That's brave into the opening corner. Surely he'll run wide. He does, but he just about closes the door. He's got the inside line. Again, he's tight in there, and he's going to run wide. Here comes Trastevere fighting back. The Yamaha man goes down. Oh, I don't believe it. A huge momentum shift in the championship. The man that's currently top of it is out at only corner 3.
That is a disaster then for Trastevere, the man that really needed to be at the front of this race with the 2 other previous world champions in this sport right behind him. That is a complete disaster, and also a disaster for Williams Christian. We said on the start grid that he needed to get in front of those top 3, and it's gone completely the other way. Down in 11th off the start after collecting Trastevere's bike at the Southern Loop.
Well, it's been blown wide open in half a lap. Andrew ZH leading the way, and if things stayed as they are, he'll move himself right into championship contention. He won't take the lead. That'll be last year's world champion Adrian. Oh, incredible drama, Trastevere. What happened there, Jack? It looked as though, what's the contact? I'm not sure if there was. It looks as though he might have just folded the front.
I think there may well have been contact, Jack. It's a classic case of lines just crisscrossing and meeting each other. The Southern Loop is one of those things where if you throw it in early on the apex, you have to go wide in the middle of the corner. Trastevere didn't do that. He went for the cutback, and it just seems as though it's 2 lines come together, complete racing incident, but unfortunately for Trastevere, he has come off far worse than Andrew ZH. And now we see that Andrew ZH has got another problem in his rearview mirror, and that is the number 26 Repsol Honda of the reigning world champion, Adrian.
Well, I can't believe that. Trastevere, of course, a 2-time world champion.
There you go.
How often does he make a mistake? Let's see, is the contact? Andrew ZH on the inside. Oh,
yeah,
there was a nudge. And I tell you what, Adrian was so lucky to get away with that one. It's a racing incident. They're both looking for the same bit of tarmac. Down goes Trastevere. Oh, and Williams Christian was so unlucky as well. He was the one that collected the bike. But Adrian will be thanking his lucky stars. I have no idea how he got away with that.
No, not a clue at all. I think he got hit from front, back and the side in that whole fiasco there. So is he going to look at the inside down into MG? No, he's not. He's just going to sit there and wait it out and see what happens with Andrew ZH. Whether these 2 can pull away from the remaining pack. They are doing that a little bit at the moment. They got 1 second over Ricardo Bottaro and Jack Hammer in 3rd and 4th. Great start for those 2, incidentally. That's another great start for them in the Global Series. But these 2 then are just going to try and scamper away. I imagine that Adrian won't be too keen at the moment to break up the rhythm that Andrew ZH has got set into. But here he comes with Parallel Honda. No, thinks better of it going into doing.
That was a big look up the inside, and it looks as though these 2 are going to fight for victory. They've got the pace to pull clear, as you said, already a second adrift of Ricardo Bottaro. But that is some fight for 3rd place. Just look at that. Bottaro, Jack Hammer, Ricciuti and Joel Clay are split by nothing. You could throw a blanket over those 4. That's going to go right down to the wire, the fight for the final podium place. But, of course, we will be focusing our attention on this scrap. 2 of the heavyweights of MotoGP eSport. 1, the champion in 2019, Andrew ZH. 1, our 2020 most recent champion in Adrian. These 2 know how to win. These 2 know how to get the gloves off. And it's a little bit early in the day for that, as Ricciuti has a big look up the inside through the hay shed.
Oh, wow, he bumped him onto the grass.
It was a little bit naughty that, but he gets it done. Jackhammer somehow recovers as they go over the top of Lukey Heights. Ricciuti will once again be looking through. We don't call him the wild child for nothing.
Yeah, no, we certainly don't. Just as you were saying about knowing how to win as well, he recently knows how to win, and that's the exact way he does it, doesn't it? He gets his elbows out and he moves you aside if you are not getting out of the way for him. So Ricciuti then up into 4th. Great start from him as he was down the grid a little bit in 7th. So we cut back to the 2 main men. Seems as though Andrew ZH is just able to get out of that final corner well enough to hold off from the slipstream of the Honda coming down into doings. It's a brave move anyway, but I do think that Adrian at one point might just eye it up, or as though we might have a little role rehearsal here. Same as Trastevere when he tried to go up the inside of Andrew ZH, but Andrew ZH just squeezes him enough to warn him off from the move for now.
Incidentally, the fastest man on track is this man, a fired up Trastevere. You can be absolutely guaranteed that he is seeing red after crashing out on the opening lap. Who's he got ahead of him? Mr. TFTW. He's only about half a second away from him. Surely he's going to catch. Well, look at the gap you can see there on the timing screen is coming down at some rate. It was at 0.8 of a second as he came across the line. It's now half a second. He's closing him in, so he's trying to salvage as many points as he possibly can do after that disastrous opening lap. The same can be said about this man as well. A poor qualifying for Piero Ricciuti. Remember, he's 3rd in the championship, only 4 points away from Trastevere at the top at the start of this one. So if things stay as they are, Piero Ricciuti will be leapfrogging Trastevere as well. But here are our 2 leaders. There we go, Andrew ZH and Adrian. The concentration on the pair of them is unwavering. Look at the stairs. Look at the concentration as Adrian around the outside gets the run on Andrew ZH, and for the first time we have a change of the lead. The Repsol Honda man hits the front.
Yeah, we certainly do. Now it'll be interesting to see what Andrew ZH can do. Whether he just hangs in there, if Adrian's got the pace maybe to pull away or pull them even further away from that battle for 3rd and 4th between Riccardo Battara and Piero Ricciuti. Of course, Piero will want to be getting into that 3rd, and that'd be good damage limitation for him, as we do say. Started way down the order, and it's incredibly hard to make up positions in the eSport Global Series. But for now, it seems as though Andrew ZH is just happy enough to get the hooks into the back of Adrian and just hang on there. So certainly 5 laps to go. We're already halfway through this race, and it seems that we're going to go the long way, all the way into lap 10, I imagine.
There's going to be a move coming here from Piero Ricciuti. Has to be, surely. He's all over the rear wheel of his compatriot Riccardo Battara, the Pramac Racing man, defending admirably at the moment. But Ricciuti, being Ricciuti, and from what we've seen so far this year, even if there isn't a gap, he'll find one.
Yeah, he certainly will. He'll probably get the elbows out and just barge his way through. But Battara will be wanting to get another podium on the board in 2021. Obviously got one last time out, race 3 of the Global Series at the Saxon Ring in the wet conditions, and now he's proving that he can do it in the dry as well. But all of a sudden, look at that, Jackhammer has just clawed these 2 guys in. He's got the slipstream on the factory KTM. Is they going to go 3 abreast down into doings? That would be incredibly brave if he can. No, they just file in line, and Jackhammer unfortunately gets pushed out wide a little bit. But it does seem as though Jackhammer's got maybe just a tenth or 2 that he needs to get past these 2.
And again, there goes Piero Ricciuti, and that's exactly what we were saying. Not much of a gap there, not that it matters. Ricciuti finds his way through on Battara, nudges him out of the way, but the number 64 will be looking to respond. He dives to the inside. Oh, no way through there. I thought there was going to be contact between the pair, and there is there at last. Battara responds, but Ricciuti will have the inside line. Battara trying to hang it out around the outside. One of these 2 will surely have to give way soon. They're still side by side as we head towards the hay shed, and suddenly it's Ricciuti that just about comes out on top, but not for long. There goes Battara. What a fight between these 2.
Well, he should deliver Piero Ricciuti some of his own medicine as we watch down now into MG. Watch out for them coming down into the inside. No, not this time around. All file and line is third. Oh, there is contact in the end. Runs it in coming through the second part of the apex. Incredible stuff for the battle for 3rd. But what that has done, the gap for Trastevere up to that group of 4 from 3rd all the way down to 6th is now under 2.5 seconds. The start of the lap, it was 3.5. So that battling has cost them big time. They cannot afford to do that and let Trastevere come all the way back onto that lead pack again.
Well, what a fight that is. And it's not over yet because Bataro responds. Ricciuti again trying all he can to hang on around the outside, but no way through there. Bataro just rolls it across his front wheel, slams that opportunity shut.
Look at the left side of that rear tyre, Jack. That is absolutely gone. So there's no grip left on that left rear Michelin for, who was that we were on board with? Was that Andrew ZH?
Yeah.
So Andrew ZH then, certainly he's going to have to be feathering the throttle.
Again, there goes Ricciuti.
There's contact between all four of them coming down now. Pushes him wide on the exit of MG. Down into Siberia. Does he bite back? No, not this time. He's not quite close enough. Although he's trying to turn it tight. But Bataro gets it hooked up, fires the Ducati out on towards the hayshed once more.
What a battle this is. Absolutely incredible stuff. No quarter given from either. And Jack Hammer at the moment has got the best seats in the house. He'll be thinking, crack on, lads. If you carry on like this, one of them, or probably both of them, are going to end up in the gravel trap and I'll just pick up the pieces. But so far, I was going to say they've kept it clean. It's not really been that clean at all because they've been bumping and barging each other out the way at every opportunity. But somehow they've managed to keep it upright at the moment. This is going to continue all the way to the checkered flag, as is this fight as well. A response coming here from Andrew ZH. He retakes control, fires his way through into the opening corner. And Andrew ZH back at the front with only 3 laps now remaining.
Yeah, 3 laps to go, and he's made the move. He's bit the bullet. And there's another move coming in from Piero Ricciuti. How close do you like it? Look at that between the LCR Honda and the Pramac Ducati. Barges him out wide, and that allows Jack Hammer through now. Is Joel Clay also going to nip up the inside? Don't think so. But Jack Hammer might well be lining up a move down into Honda here. No, just gets on the curb and runs it a little bit wide. I'll tell you what, though, Jack. Joel Clay will also be pretty intrigued about this.
There goes Jack Hammer.
Oh, he's under him.
Ricardo Bataro made a mistake there into the Honda hairpin, ran in a little bit too hot.
Oh, look at this.
And Jack Hammer's dived through.
That's the biggest gap we've seen in quite some time. I say biggest gap, it's only a 10.5, but these two have been nailed together. Look at that. It's like Marquez on the front into the corner there, closing the meters on the Ducati. But it seems as though for now he's just going to have to stay far the line and keep behind him as we come down into the final 2 laps.
Well, it looks as though Jack Hammer has had to give way because Ricardo Bataro is now back in front of him on our timing screens to the left. And I'm not sure it will stay as that for much longer, as we can see the tyre wear again on both of those guys. You can understand why the left-hand side of the tyre is absolutely shot with only 2 laps remaining. Adrian looking for a way through. Andrew ZH doesn't want to give way. He's going to have the inside line here as he then flick it left. And this is a carbon copy of what we saw with Trastevere on the opening lap. He'll cut back. Need to watch out. Oh, I thought there was going to be contact. And we're going to have the same result of what we had on that opening lap. But the pair of them managed to keep it clean for the time being. Through Stoner, hard onto the brakes towards the Honda hairpin. Andrew ZH looking to go defensive there. Holds the line. No way through as Adrian tries to get him on the cutback. But again, Andrew ZH defending brilliantly at the moment.
A lap and a half to go then. We round Siberia, and there's no sign of any cracking under the pressure yet for the factory Ducati man. Andrew ZH, the 2019 world champion. He's used to this scenario. He knows what it feels like to be pressured and hounded coming down into the final lap. And he's in his element at the moment, holding off the reigning world champion.
Swarming all over the rear is Adrian, to the left, to the right, but at the moment he can't find any way through. There's only going to be 1 lap remaining of this classic Phillip Island race in the 2021 Global Series. We've had battles all the way through the field, early drama as well. What else could you want from a MotoGP eSport race? It's had it all, and we've still got 1 lap to go between these two. Andrew ZH leads the way, but here comes Adrian. He's going to find a way through into the opening corner, and there we go. That's the first move of this final lap, but you can be guaranteed there's more to come.
He's made his move immediately then. Now, Andrew ZH, he's got to get the Ducati wound up coming out of here. Smooth on the throttle, but also aggressive. Get it fired out, coming through Casey Stoner corner. Let the rear end slide, but keep it driving. Surely he'll look to the inside coming down into Honda. We're going to get to it right now. He's going to go wide, look to the inside. No, Adrian covers it brilliantly. That is one place gone, or is it?
Contact between the pair, and somehow They both stay on. I've no idea how, because Andrew ZH gave Adrian a almighty whack there through Honda hairpin, but somehow they're both upright, and somehow we've still got half a lap to go, and this one isn't decided yet.
There's only one real opportunity now, and this is it coming up. Lukey Heights is the one place he's got to set it up, and it's going to be another lunge down into another hairpin. Is he close enough? I don't think he is, but he's going to go for it anyway. Oh, not quite. Adrian incredibly late on the brakes. That could be it. I'm not too sure if Andrew ZH will be able to get the slipstream before the line.
That's his only option now. He has to wind it up brilliantly through the final corner and just hope he can drag his way past Adrian. Adrian goes a little bit wide there. There's contact between the pair again.
He's got
Adrian to the left, Andrew ZH to the right. Who's going to take it? Here comes the Ducati man. Is he going to get there in time? He's not. The victory goes the way of Adrian. What a finish that was. And Piero Ricciuti just holds off Riccardo Bottaro for third as well. What a race that was.
Oh, incredible race. He saw that Andrew ZH had the run coming out the line, but it wasn't enough in the end by 1,000th of a second. Incredible scene. So Adrian takes victory in race 5 of the Global Series.